Welcome to Lead Boldly, Insights for Impact, where courage meets soul and strategy. I am Dr. Neutrina Tate, and I will be your host through this journey of courage, soul, and strategy. We will work together to think about all the things that are facing leaders today, tomorrow, and for the future. We are powered by BCP Detroit, where brilliance meets intelligence and creativity. So now let's dive in. Welcome to Lead Boldly, Insights for Impact with Truth, Strategy, and Soul. I am your host, Dr. Neutrina Tate, and today's episode is titled, Keeping Your Head Above Water, Making a Way When You Can't. If you have ever led while drowning, dreamed while depleted, or built while breaking, this episode is for you. The deep end. I want you to visualize it, thinking about the deep end and what it feels to drown as a leader. Leadership isn't always about boardrooms and badges. Sometimes it's about breakdowns in the bathroom and between sometimes back-to-back meetings and even by yourself sometimes. Sometimes you're holding up a team. You could be holding up a vision. You could even be doing this in a part of your personal life crumbling as you may have even known it. And when you think about this and thinking about those deep waters, there's no life jacket in sight. You know what it feels like when systems fail, when budgets are slashed, when jobs are lost, and when people depending on you who don't know or who haven't eaten or sleeping properly in 3 days. You start to ask, what happens when I'm the one who needs to rescue and needs to be rescued? What happens when I need the oxygen instead of giving others the oxygen? This is not just about burnout, it's actually about submersion. And if you're not careful, silence becomes your survival strategy. Making a way when you can't. So how do you keep going when you don't have the energy, when you don't have clarity, when you don't have support? Here are 5 strategies that I've used and have also coached others to use when the only option seems to be to sink. Number 1, anchor yourself in your purpose. Always remember your why. Always remember your values. Purpose is not about performance. Purpose is the why behind the what. If you're a healer, if you're a change maker, if you're a bridge builder, your vision must anchor you when your reality is uncertain. Number 2, break the day into boy points. So when life is too heavy, shrink the scope. Instead of how will I finish this quarter, how will I finish this day? Ask yourself, how can I get through these next 15 minutes? Give yourself micro wins instead of focusing on the negative or the failures that you may have. Number 3, use your scarcity as strategy. Sometimes not having the ideal, quote unquote, is the actual gift. You become more creative, more focused, more aware of what really matters. Number 4, name your water. Name your lake, name your river, name your ocean. Are you drowning in grief? Is grief your water? Are you drowning in unfulfilled expectations, whether they are your self-expectations or expectations that people put on you? Is it oppression? Is that the name of the water that you're in? Naming the force allows you to train for it and not just to tread in it. Last but not least, borrow belief. Borrow faith. When you don't believe in yourself, borrow belief from your mentors, from your peers, from your past wins, and from your spiritual foundation. Your past resilience, those are the receipts for your future success. Leadership from below sea level. Now, as we think about those 5 things and those 5 strategies, I now want you to think about some of the greatest movements in businesses and breakthroughs happened when leaders were not at their best. For instance, Harriet Tubman, she led while wounded. Oprah Winfrey launched her network after a major career blow. Many of us parent, lead, and build while grieving, exhausted, or uncertain. Leadership isn't about feeling ready. It's about responding to what is actually real. It's about swimming when you'd rather sink, and knowing your ability to lead is not erased by your suffering. It is often forged by it. I want you now to think about the breath that saves you. In water rescue, the first goal is to stabilize the breathing of the drowning person. In leadership, it's the same. We have to take a breath, pause, pray, ask for help, delegate, which so many of us have problems with, but we have to. We have to trust our team. We have to trust others and choose rest over reaction. And I would even venture to say choose pause over reaction. Sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, silence is everything. And taking a moment of pause instead of saying something that you can't take can definitely be that win that you did not imagine could happen. Let your next breath be your comeback, not your collapse. As we close, I want you to think about keep floating. You may feel like you're barely staying afloat, but here's the truth. If you are still breathing, if there is breath in your body, you are still building. You are still standing. You are still leading. Even if it's through tears, even if it's through fears, frustration, and anxiety. Your survival is not accidental. It's ancestral, and it is strategic. And someone is watching you and learning that they too can continue to move past whatever may look like a failure and be able to tread water and be able to make a way when there is no way. So, if today's episode spoke to your spirit, share it with someone who's quietly drowning in leadership. Subscribe, leave a review, and remember, this podcast is your breath of fresh air in the deep waters of leadership. Thank you, and see you next time.